A 15-year-old girl was raped by a 17-year-old. She is now 30 weeks pregnant and she does not want to continue the pregnancy, largely because of the social stigma attached. Her mother moved the High Court, which then asked AIIMS to set up a medical board. AIIMS said both the girl and the fetus were medically stable. Doctors advised continuing the pregnancy, saying that in about 4 weeks, a safe delivery would be possible and the state could then take responsibility for the child. They refused to carry out the abortion, citing the advanced stage of the pregnancy. Under the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971, termination beyond 24 weeks is allowed only in specific cases like fetal abnormalities or risks to the mother's life. Doctors also flagged the risks of late-stage procedures, including cesarean or instrumental delivery. From a medical standpoint, they were trying to protect life. The case then reached the Supreme Court, and here's where things shifted. The court allowed the termination of the 30-week pregnancy and made it clear that the final call must lie with the survivor and her parents. It said forcing a minor rape survivor to carry an unwanted pregnancy would be deeply unfair, especially when the law often prioritizes the fetus over the woman's autonomy. What happened next? The center, along with AIIMS, pushed back, filing a curative petition through Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhathi. But the Supreme Court refused to entertain it. The message was clear: doctors and the state cannot decide what's best for the survivor. That choice rests with her and her family. The court also warned that any delay or attempt to override its order could amount to contempt of court. But beyond this case, there's a bigger question. What does this mean for India's abortion law? The Supreme Court stepped in where the law had limits. It made it clear that constitutional rights don't simply stop where the law does. A woman's autonomy, it said, cannot depend only on the condition of the fetus. Her choice matters, first and foremost. It also pushed back against the idea that delays cancel out that right, pointing to real-world challenges, lack of access, awareness, and fear. Importantly, the court drew a line between medical opinion and lived reality. It said clinical assessments cannot ignore mental and emotional distress. In doing so, the court has in effect stretched beyond the 24-week limit in rare cases, putting choice, dignity, and autonomy at the center. What happens next will depend on the next hearing.